All right, Ken Orange Theory Trader back with you with another video, just showing you how you can write your own paycheck using forex. And as well, I wanted to enlist the help of an AI. I use Grok myself, but most of them should be able to be fine. So Grok is the one that's tied to Twitter, but you can should be able to use ChatGPT, things like that. So these prompts I'm going to read over, and you can use them, personalize them, and tailor them to your own needs. But let's just get into it. So when you go into the large language model that you're going to use, or the AI that you're going to use, I simply typed in you are to play the part of an expert risk manager in forex trading. You are to help me organize my plan and provide helpful suggestions. You also make calculations with the numbers I put in. Do you understand? And please keep your answers brief, because sometimes rock can be a little wordy. All right, so it's going to say yeah, yada yada yada. Okay, so here's how you do this. First off, you have to put in how big your account is. For example, I'm going to say I got $100. The next thing you need to know is how much you risk per trade and what risk to reward ratio are you going to be shooting for. Now, for the sake of this example, let's say I'm going to risk 3% of my account, but I also pyramid, and I'll explain it in a second. So I said that I risk 3% of my account, but I also add to my positions as the trade goes into my favor. I add up to, we'll just say 3 total entries. If I lose a trade, my losses can be anywhere from 3% to, we'll say about 10%, which is a lot. Okay, this is high risk. I'm not going to act like it isn't. If I win a trade, my wins make anywhere from, now we're going to take each entry. It's not going to be perfect, but this just gives you a general framework. So if I shoot for a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, then obviously 3 times 3 is 9. So if you have 3 entries, 9 times 3 is 27. So we'll say anywhere from, we'll say 21 to 27%, which is also a lot. Okay. Now, obviously, you could tailor these numbers any way you see fit. You know what? Let's take this down a little bit. Let's say like 18%. All right. So there we go. If I win a trade in a day, how much do I make? Give me a general range. Based on these numbers. Okay, so according to this, my general range is going to be between 18 to 27 bucks a day. All right, so easy enough. And you can also do the same for the losses. Now, when we think about scale, right, let's just say if you have a $500 account, okay, so run the same simulation with a $500 account. How much can I lose or win based on the percentages I provided? So I'm not changing the percentages. The only thing that's going to change is going to be the account balance. So let's see what we got. So if I have a $500 account, if I lose, I stand to lose anywhere from $15 to $50. And if I win, I stand to win anywhere from, what is this, $90 to $135, as we can see there. Okay, so that's and you get a framework now based on what you can shoot for, depending on how big your balance is, right? So it also is giving me here, simulate a 10 trade sequence, risk management strategies, and things like that. So let's just say run a 10 trade sequence with a win rate. Now, anytime you want to run a sequence, you want to tell it your percentage of trades that you win. I wouldn't do anything above 50%. So we'll just say 40%. And the starting balance of, we'll say 200 bucks. Profits will be compounded. So in other words, we're not taking withdrawals. And then it's going to put it in a nice little organized table for you like this here. And it typically randomizes the results here. So after all of this, after 10 trades and a 40% win rate, you made 100 bucks, right? It's 92 to be exact, but obviously that's an excellent return, right? Now it also has the option to run a 100 trade, and Kelly, I don't know how to say that second word, so I'm going to skip over that. But it's going to give you helpful suggestions as well. So you want to get your account balance up to a range whereby I like taking daily withdrawals. That's me. So let's just say if I just had a simple goal where, you know what, I want to make 100 bucks a day, and say I'm not exactly sure of that, I could just ask, what would be the best account balance to make 100 a day based on these percentages? Because you see up here, if I had a $100 account, I'm making anywhere from 18 to 27 bucks. If I had a $500 account, I'm making between 90 and 135 bucks. So, but obviously I want to see, okay, what would be a good balance for, these percentages if I wanted to just make 100 bucks a day consistently. Now, according to this, it's saying $2,000, $1,960 roughly net. I'm not sure where it's getting that from. Oh, okay, it's basing it on the win rate. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, so yeah, so it's saying if I had $2,000, then based on your win rate and you're winning 40% of the trades, then obviously you may be able to make an average of 100 bucks a day, give or take, which will be 500 bucks a week. $2,000 extra a month, roughly, okay, average, right? So that assumes one full day cycle and scale, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this is just a way that you can start to play with some numbers and see how you can tailor the request to your own goals and your own needs. But again, it's up to you. Like I play with small numbers because I think that's easy for people to conceptualize. But if you have more money, feel free to run those simulations as well. But obviously, everyone starts from somewhere. I don't know how much money you're starting with, but hopefully this example will help you show that even like right here on this $100 account, let me go back up to the front. Okay, on this $100 account, let's say you get a good winning streak of 4 to 5 days or so. That could be an extra 18 to 27 bucks a day. And obviously we'll just round it up to 30, and 30 times 5 will be 150 bucks a week. Okay, extra on top of whatever you're already making. That's not bad. That's gas money, or move for, money for maybe a cell phone bill, if nothing else. Okay, but again, use technology to help you design your risk management and see how far you really want to push things. Okay, but you got to know your percentages is the main thing. And for simulations, win rates are fine too. So I hope that helps. Definitely play with either Grok, ChatGPT, etc. See what you can do, see what you can figure out. But I appreciate your time and attention, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.